Ash Media's coverage of the Australian Modified Sedan title, proudly brought to you by Speedway Sedans Australia.
Rodney Parmenter from Queensland, equal top scorer before tonight. Mark Cullen's won his heat. The pressure's on Parmenter to do the same. And Geordie Howe in car 11 from Tassie rounds out the field.
Here we go. The penultimate heat of the Australian title is all go. Good start by Horson and Boss. Walling into third place. Jason Price back there in fourth. Brian Galley looking for a way through. Boss and Horson side by side out of turn two. Door handle to door handle. Up into Pitts Bend. Still that way. And it's Horson and Boss still running side by side to complete lap one. Here comes the three car, the former national champion. And that is Greg Walling. He comes underneath the Brody Boss. And Walling needs a good finish here. Price in fourth place. Watch the challenges from further back. The 14 car of Brenton Mills has made up a couple of positions. Walling gets underneath the Boss, goes into second place. Horson the leader. It's still Boss and Walling side by side. Oh, trouble. Four cars involved. Simpson gets out of this one. But Luke Gunn is there in 1-2-2. On the outside is Brenton Mills. And there's a car in front of the pair of them. And I think you'll find that is Brian Galley in car number 88. They're the three that are involved down there in turn number two.
Yeah, got them all right there, and right behind them was Rodney Parmenter. He was able to get around the outside of him and avoid that carnage, because the last thing he needed was to get tangled up in someone else's mess. As I said, he's the equal top point scorer tonight when we started off, and the other equal top point scorer, Mark Cullen, the defending champion, has already won his heat. So the only way that Parmenter can guarantee a chance of a pole position and a front row start is to actually win this heat. At the moment, he's sitting back in ninth place, but there will be, I would suggest, one or two withdrawals from this incident over there on turn two. And he at the moment is on the track. Looking out the window there, he's in sixth place on the track. So he's made up a couple of spots, but still got a fair bit of work to do. But I tell you what, it was on for young and old down the back straight the first lap. Side by side, you couldn't pick the two cars apart from a distance. They were as one. The silhouette, or the outline of them, if you know what I mean. Andrew's walking over to have a look at the damage there. We can see the tow truck waiting. Luke Gunn from Tasmania, car 122. He's still there. Light is off. The green flag is ready. The field's down the back straight. And I really don't like where Brenton Mills is sitting in the inside of turn four.
Well, they're going to go green. I'm not quite sure why he's still there. Stand by for a restart. Heat 15 is all go. The greens have come on. Martin Horson leads them away from Walling and Boss. No movement at all on Brenton Mills back there on the infield as the race is back underway. And he'll be fuming, I would suggest. He was in a good position, but anyway, the race continues. Horson.
He's still in the car too, Jason.
Yep, he's still in there. Yeah, Walling second. Boss third. Back into Price in fourth. Galley, Pimenta, Simpson and Geordie Howe. That's the order of the fielders ahead down the back straight as the floodlights start to take effect here. The Cranes combined Carrick Speedway in the penultimate heat of the championship. Race leader is Martin Horson from Victoria, Greg Walling, New South Wales, Brody Boss from Queensland. Then from Tasmania, Jason Price. The 88 car of Brian Galley, Rodney Pimenta back in sixth place. This stage, Pimenta's only going to get 10 points for finishing there. He needs to get further up in the field as they move out of turn four once again. 5 down and 7 to go. Horson the leader, back to Walling. Boss, a gap to Jason Price. Right behind him is Brian Galley and Rodney Pimenta. Then Daniel Simpson and the Toyota Orion driven by Geordie Howe is last of all. Into the main straight, well, Martin Horson made a bit of a mistake coming out of four. That's kept Walling and Boss very interested indeed. There's 0.7 of a second separating the three cars. Probably the same margin, if not less. Back to Price, Galley and Pimenta in that great battle for fourth, fifth and sixth. Pimenta gets underneath of Galley. Galley fights back on the outside, and he's also fighting the outside of the 82 of Jason Price. This is great stuff for fourth, fifth and sixth. They're 3 wide, if you don't mind, down the back straight. And poor old Jason Price has one go the inside, one the outside. The outside was Galley, the inside was Pimenta, and Price goes from fourth to sixth. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Horson leads by 3 car lengths over Walling with 3.5 to go. Boss right behind Walling has another dive as they go up into Pitts Bend. Out of turn 4, it is Horson, Walling and Boss. Back then in fourth place, the 88 of Brian Galley. Fifth place is Pimenta. Then sixth place, the 82 car of Bryce Simpson, and then Geordie Howe. Our race leader will come up with 2 to go. The Victorian's home and hosed, I reckon. Martin Hawson getting the front left-hand wheel off the ground. Walling flying, and he has to. Brody Boss comes underneath. Brody Boss gets underneath the Walling. Walling fights back on the outside. The same is happening for 4th and 5th. Galley and Pimenta going hammer and tongs. Out of turn 4, the white flag comes out. 1 to go. It is Hawson the leader. Walling Boss. Here comes Pimenta on the inside of Galley. Down into turn number 1. They throw the car sideways. Galley and Pimenta side by side. Pimenta's come from the back. Goes under Galley. Gets 4th place. Out of turn 4, the checker flag's on display. It's Martin Hawson first. Walling second. Boss third. Pimenta gets 4th. A great drive. Galley 5th. Back in 6th, Jason Price. Simpson 7th. And last to complete the distance is Geordie Howe. No time for the race. The margin 1.153. The quick lap was by Rodney Pimenta with a 16.147 on lap number 10.
He's done a pretty good job there, Rodney Parmenter. He's minimised the damage. He had to win to displace Mark Cullen from pole position in the final, so that confirms now that Mark Cullen will definitely start in pole position in the final later on tonight, the 40-lap final of the Australian Modified Sedan Championship. The defending champion from Victoria will start on pole position. Marty Hawson from Victoria has taken a good win in that heat, and just waiting to see whether he wants to come down and talk to Andrew. Apparently not, so he's gone back to the pits. Yeah. I'm not going to talk to Andrew Stride, he's on strike at the moment, but that heat anyway was brought to us by Lightning Lube.